Stock screeners are one of the most important tools that traders use. Whether you're investing, where you're doing analysis for picking up stocks, whether you're doing long term investing, you're always trying to study and assess stocks. While there are tons of different screeners out on the market, today we are going to focus on Scanex, which is a new product from Dhan. This is not a sponsored video, not a paid video. I just like the product, hence I'm talking about it. There are some cool features about it, which I'm going to do a deep dive, so stay till the very end. There are screeners like screeners.in. You can also do a little bit of analysis filtering on money control. A lot of people use TradingView. But I think this tool is really, really good in terms of the integrations that it provides for with a trading platform as well. So quite good, and I'll talk about it. All right, let's dive in. So Scanex is a completely free tool just to begin with. Free for, I believe, the Dhan users. Always open a trading account and get started. Additionally, I think it's also free in the web portal for non-Dhan users, but you can just open an account and do that. By the way, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do. I talk about technology in trading, talk about platforms, talk a lot about AI and machine learning, how they can be used in trading. So please do subscribe. There's a membership button as well in case you want access to the code. And if you're looking to get some membership perks, look in the description. There's a lot of discount codes available, account opening stuff that can help me back if you want to do that. I'll be deeply thankful. Let's get back in the video. This is a Dhan product and it's a stock screener for Indian market, like they say. You can always start with something like clicking for a company. Just start by basics. And what you'll see is a very, very nicely, neatly structured Dhan style UI, where I really like this kind of charts. They have obviously a lot of tags, financial results, balance sheets, cash flow, shareholding, peer comparison, corporate, and technical indicators, which is basically what every screener out there would give you, but the presentation style is neat. They have nicely integrated a little version of TradingView chart. You can just click here and it will take you to tradingview.dhan.com. You can do more deep analysis using that, or if you have some, like let's say charts, for example, I have 21 close EMA that I'm plotting. You can add those indicators, etc. as well. You can even trigger the scalper. You can do buy sell from here itself. Yeah, this is my logged in, so it might show some personal stuff as well. But again, this is my training account. So yeah, that's a little bit of about how you start by selecting a product, right? However, that's not where it shines. There is a live option which really kicks in when you have working hours during market. So if you're accessing this UI during market hours, it just populates some good numbers. So for example, it has nice features like stocks nearing 52-week high, close to 7.5, maybe momentum or towards a downward trend. You can filter on a lot of bearish signals, bullish signals, rise and falls can be taken, volume signals are also available, and you can obviously filter a bunch of universes. Like it's right now only Nifty 50, 100, 200 and 500, but I'm pretty sure they'll add more. So this is on a live market and could really, really be helpful if you're doing trading within a day. You can just open this, keep on studying it. So it kind of gives you a good view. Then as it is a screener, it obviously gives you the ability to create a new screen. You just define the filters. For example, you want to do this. I only want to do the Nifty 50. I only want to focus on, let's say, banks because I like banks for these days. Market cap, I am only interested in, let's say, maybe mid-sized companies. The filter was wrong. I think Nifty 50 and all that were cross. So I should just go back to banks filter because I bank filter. Sorry about that. Yes, it's only. And then you can filter on yearly revenue, FII holding. You can clear on, you can add more filters, and there's a lot of filters. The style is a little different from screener.in where you type in like a SQL statement, but this works as well. It's very, very straightforward. The groupings are nice. You can even filter on technical indicators, like just select SMA, and the UI is very, very neat. Like you can add 5-day, 10-day, something like that. 5-day, let's add 5 days, and then it'll give you on details on the 5 days. Additionally, what you can always do is you can just trigger a buy and sell option, and it'll give you the option to instantly buy it from the portal itself, which is super nice. Also triggers TradingView like I showed before. Going back to screeners now, this is where the start to appear much more in a product like this compared to free tool like screener.in. Obviously, there are paid options as well. They have a lot of screeners which are really nicely nested. So there's fundamental screeners where I'm just interested in businesses focusing on, for example, capital expenditure, because these are the companies who are indicating expansion and they're pumping more capital expense. Now, what is capital expense? Expenses for companies, organizations, when you do fundamental analysis, is of two types. Capital expense is something like the upfront investment. So, for example, I want to put a manufacturing plant. So that's an upfront investment. Now, given that investment is happening, it's very much possible that the stock price takes a hit or their quarterly P&L numbers are showing some not nice flags, but it's a good parameter for long-term valuation, all right, long-term growth basically. Really, they have a lot of interesting filters around technical scanners. Obviously, you can do crossovers, RSI breakouts, golden crossovers, momentum, squeezing range, etc., tons of them. And you can always customize all of these parameters, like creating your own screen and changing it. There are intraday, price, volume, candlesticks, and obviously you can save. Finally, going on to an interesting tab, which is insights. Now, this is where they're trying to give you more deep insights about the market as to where it is headed. And the insights has 4 different tabs. There's heat map, market valuation, bulk block deals, FNO. And heat map is interesting. Like, for example, I want to see what is growing consistently in Nifty 50, like month on month. So Reliance is like on a monthly average -8%, and this gives me a very interesting picture. I can group this by, I can size this by multiple approaches, like I can do market cap, PE, volume one day, volume traded, etc. Can also do a little bit on performance changes. I can do a little bit of settings, like I want to do it in a grid, or I want to have a sectorial grid, which is like, these are banks, these are refineries, and this gives me a picture that, month on month, overall, if I look at the month part, the banking category in Nifty 50 is, well, let's just say that not that great. And if you look overall, you can see that banks are generally red for the entire month. What is green? I mean, software has been green, which is what we know. Weekly, again, the same trend has been happening. The banks have been taking a dip, the some dip, but overall the whole the whole week has been dip. Year on year, if I look at 3 month, banks are doing good. Maybe SBI is not, but you can clearly see that within the past 3 months, HDFC has grown up, which is something that a lot of people are now starting to talk about. TCS has grown. Adani, obviously, very crazy stock, I will say, but you can always keep on filtering and understanding how the trend is looking like. So if you want to do sectorial analysis, I wouldn't say this is a very deep sectorial analysis. I've talked about something like RRGs in a previous video. I'll put a link somewhere there. If you want access to code, please join the membership tier. It's super cheap, like 200 rupees a month. Hardly what, I don't know, maybe a cost of a beer or something. Yeah, so that's this heat map. And a lot of people like this heat map. You can always reset everything and it will go to the default state, etc., etc. Market valuation is another interesting chart. Now they have 3 options: PE, PB, dividend yield, and you can basically compare Nifty 50, or you can compare any two. For example, let's say I want to see small cap, right? I want to see Nifty small cap. So I think they always default to comparing it against Nifty 50 as a benchmark index, but that's also okay. So given a 5-year time frame, let's see how Nifty small cap has done. Now, over the past 5 years, which is like, like over Jan 2020, we can consistently see that the Nifty small cap has been under till 2021. There was a huge boost in the small cap for about some time in 2021, and then it has just started to be under. So it's basically, from a PE perspective, very closely following Nifty 50, at least for the past 1 year. Maybe if you filter on 1 year, we'll be able to see slightly same, like dividend deals, again, probably another way to look at it. PB ratio would be another way to look at it. So it's a good way to understand the market valuations across different indexes. For example, furthermore, if a lot of people do Nifty versus Nifty Bank, so this is Nifty versus Nifty Bank over a 5-year period, 2-year, 1 month period. So it's a good tool to look at market valuation, understand some of aspects in terms of fundamental ratios like PE, dividend, etc., etc. Bulk block deals, basically what kind of big deals are happening in the world. Again, I am not a big follower of this kind of a data, but super useful. I mean, if you can even filter on when these deals have happened. For example, I'm just interested in, till this month. So whatever is the bulk deal happening. So this company ITD cementation, like Graviton, has done a bunch of buy and sell. I don't know what's happening here. These are mostly buy and sell option, anything. But if you are tracking this kind of a data, you can obviously do it. This is FNO band. It says whether some companies are in brand or entrant, exits, etc., etc. You can just market information. Now, something to summarize, this tool is not, I feel there's obviously room for improvement, and given that this tool has been like 2 weeks out, they're gonna do a lot of stuff. Additionally, what they're giving me as a screener, as a functionality which I like is, and some of these are stocks that I own within the Dhan portfolio, primarily used for looking at banks and some small trades or swings. But you can do your watch list here. You can look at your portfolio. You can look at your positions if you have done. And you can literally trade from here as well. So instead of going to Dhan portal, you can come here and look at some of the stuff in here. So yeah, keeps popping up the potential multi-bagger, things like that, to throw at you good data, right? Trying to give you recommendations in terms of analysis driven recommendations. So I really liked it. Super interesting tool. I would love to continue to use it and give more feedback as to how I'm finding. If you have liked this tool, please stick around, give a thumbs up. Hope you have watched the video till the end. If you want more videos like this, please put in comments. Till next time, bye bye.